Welcome back to another episode of Visualizing Teaching and Learning Approach. A teacher asks students to describe how two characters in a story are alike and how they are different. A Venn diagram is a great way to visually represent similarities and differences, but what does that look like in action in an elementary classroom? Let's take a closer look at the Venn diagrams method and see how it works. This method is particularly effective in elementary classrooms because it caters to visual and interactive learning styles. Students can use manipulatives or draw pictures to represent characters or concepts. This hands-on approach helps students grasp abstract ideas like similarities and differences. It's important to note that this method works best when comparing two characters or concepts. Trying to include too many characters can make the diagram confusing. Now let's see how this method is used in practice. Our teacher is going to implement a Venn diagram whole class. She'll begin by reading a story to her students and identifying two characters within the story. Next, she'll draw two overlapping circles on the board, one for each character. The overlapping area will represent the similarities between the two characters. Outside of the overlapping area, each unique characteristic will be written. She'll ask students to help her fill in the characteristics of the first circle. Once that circle is complete, she'll move on to the second circle, again with students' help. Finally, they'll work together to fill in the overlapping area. After the activity, students can reflect on how Venn diagrams can be used to compare and contrast. They can also explain the importance of the overlapping area. This method allows students to actively engage with the material, which can lead to deeper understanding. It also promotes collaboration and communication skills as students work together to complete the Venn diagram. If you're looking for an engaging way to help your students compare and contrast, the Venn diagrams method is a great option. It's versatile and can be modified to meet the needs of diverse learners. For example, students can work in pairs or small groups and use manipulatives such as counters or blocks to represent characters or concepts. This method can also be adapted for use with students who need additional support. For instance, students can use a graphic organizer to help them structure their thoughts before completing a Venn diagram. To differentiate instruction, you can provide students with sentence starters or a word bank to use when describing characters or concepts. For advanced students, you can challenge them to create their own Venn diagrams to compare and contrast characters or concepts. You can also have them write a short story or poem using the characters from the Venn diagram. If time is limited, you can have students complete a mini Venn diagram on a sheet of paper or index card. This can be done individually or in pairs. When planning your lesson, consider using a variety of colorful, tactile materials or visual aids to help students visualize the concepts. This can help students remember the information presented in the Venn diagram. To make the activity more engaging, you can also have students draw pictures of the characters or concepts they are comparing and contrasting. This can help students think creatively and express their understanding of the material. As students work on their Venn diagrams, circulate around the classroom to observe their progress and provide feedback. If you notice that a student is struggling, provide them with additional support or guidance. If a student finishes early, they can help their classmates or work on an extension activity. When the activity is complete, have students share their Venn diagrams with the class. They can explain their reasoning for placing certain characteristics in the overlapping or non-overlapping areas. This can help other students who may be struggling to understand the concept. And there you have it. The Venn diagrams method is a great tool for helping students compare and contrast characters or concepts in a story. It is a fun and engaging way to help students develop their critical thinking skills while also meeting the needs of diverse learners. So why not try implementing the Venn diagrams method in your classroom today and see how it can help your students succeed? See you soon.